Our next speaker comes from Munich, Germany, and she's a super mom, and she helps women and moms build and develop successful businesses while having a mom life. One thing that's special about her is that she is a professional athlete in 100-meter hurdle and bobsledding. So please give a warm welcome to Judith K. Ritz.
Thank you.
How are you? So I'm going to ask you the question people are thinking. So how can you do it all? Be an athlete, be a mom, have a business. I think being a woman is one of the hardest jobs in the world. For every child you have is the equivalent of 3. The patience that women have is undeniable that they have. Women are super moms. Men can only do one thing. Superman is a cartoon. He does not exist. And so I need to ask you, that was a very impressive resume there, despite everything that's going on. So what's your take on all this?
Of course, it needs a lot of passion, so you need to love what you do, that you're able to put all the energy in everything that you do. And right now, I'm not an athlete anymore, so right now I focus on being a mom, being a wife, and having my business. But it takes time management, of course, and you need to know what to focus on, that you focus on the right things and not be all over the place, and then nothing works out.
So how about the women that say, well, I gave up my stuff to handle my child, and use that as an excuse when I know a lot of millionaire females and billionaires, and they all have children. So is that an excuse? Is that a crutch? Or is that the fact that women are so caring and feel guilty that they give themselves on? So how does one break that mold? Because in a way, it kind of tells your children that they should sacrifice for their spouse. And then you create this generation of people. Obviously, the majority of the entrepreneurs in the world are actually women. The majority of the entrepreneur, in fact, in America, it's 68% of entrepreneurs are now women. It's like that almost everywhere in the world. So how does one balance the guilt factor versus, I want to have my visions achieved?
First of all, you have to make the decision that you want to be successful and you want to make it work. And then you need to get the support. So of course, you need the support of your spouse, of your family, and maybe you need support with, childcare.
What if they don't have the support? Like, let's say the spouse.
Mm-hmm. Well, you still need to tell your spouse, honey, I'm sorry, and that's what I want to do, and I'm going to do it, and please respect that, because I'm doing it not only for myself, I do it for all of us, and then go ahead and do it.
And so they shouldn't feel guilty for doing that?
No, they should not feel guilty, but as a mom, I think you always feel kind of guilty a little bit, that mom guilt is always there. But you need to find a way to handle it and to say, you have a bigger reason for doing it, and you're not doing it for yourself. So you're not acting because of you're selfish, but you want a better life for your children and for your family. And of course, you want to have an impact in the world and show other people and other women that it's possible, So no matter what people tell you, you can have anything in life that you want.
Now, there's a lot of men that are here, and they want to take their business to the next level, but they have an unsupporting spouse. I hear that all over the place. And, they'll tell their spouse, no, I don't want to do this. But then if you tell them, come here and learn, they'll be like, that's not what I do. So there's that negativity. So how does a man who has a spouse that, they love, but is very negative towards taking risk and growing a business, and taking the life to business, which is normal part of business. So how does one, as a man, communicate? Because we don't know what women want. We never will know. It's the greatest mystery on earth. So maybe you can unlock the secrets to communication on that front.
I think, or what my idea about it is that if you have an unsupportive spouse, then first of all, you need to surround yourself with people that do support you, but you also need to devote some time for your spouse, so that you show your spouse that even though he or she doesn't understand you, you still spend time with them, so that you're not hiding from them and deserting them, so that they see, okay, he or she is building the business, but we still have happy family life, and they don't feel like they're left out and the only focus is the business.
So what is your business now?
Now I'm coaching and helping moms build their own business, start the business, build their business, and to really do everything, like even though they take care of their children and build a business. So
can women and men have it all in life. So balance the kids, the making the money without sacrificing time with the children. Like, is it one of those things you can have it all, not at the same time, or you can literally have it all?
I think you can have it all. It depends on how you do it. If you have the support, if you're doing it all on your own, then of course it can be hard. So you need the support. And
So what's the biggest mistake that moms make when they first start their business or they want to grow their business?
first of all, the biggest mistake is not getting guidance and support, and not getting a coach that can show them the shortcuts to success. And especially when you're a mom, then you know, okay, how can you be more productive and how can you handle that? Having a child at home, and what are the best hours to work? How do you deal with all of that?
You know, it's funny. There's a current theme, and I think you've heard it from everybody. Every single one of them is very successful. They have one thing common. They have a coach. Where's your coach? I mean, like, and I have 8. Every single successful people I've had so far, and I know them all, and they're all very successful, they have a coach. Tell me who your coach is, and I'll tell you who you are, right? Because you don't know the answer, right? If you did, you'd be up here, right? You'd be doing amazing things, and the problem is that people, it's not how much it costs, it's how much it's going to make you. Coaching, and for all of you to put this, is a shortcut to a faster business, to cryptocurrency, to real estate investing, a shortcut. I mean, it's like working out. You can Google, but if you have a trainer who says, do this, eat that, I think that's the mistake that people make, is most people are afraid of investing in the greatest asset they invest. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I do. And as you said, every athlete has a coach. Successful business owner have coaches.
But it's funny because you're an athlete, and I coach Olympic gold medalists. And it's funny because they're trained on every aspect of the fitness, and they have a coach for health, a coach for running, a coach for endurance. They have like 8 coaches, right? And then they get into the business world, and they don't know what they're doing. I'm like, do you have a coach? And they're like, why would I have a coach? I'm like, didn't you have 8 coaches when you're a runner? And then it hits them like, oh my God. I had someone to tell me, same thing with members of the military, they know what to told, they go out to the business world and they do it themselves. There is no such thing as a self-made man or woman. So what's the greatest coaching advice you've ever received?
To focus on the end goal, and no matter what bumps are in the road, just follow it and do whatever it takes to achieve your goal.
And and then also too, should women, what happens when women feel guilty? And I think it's like guilty about, I'm growing my business, I'm starting to make money, but obviously I have to work on it because things are going well. How does one deal with that guilt? Or should they even feel guilt?
I said before, you feel guilt, no matter how...
No matter how you are.
Yes, exactly. So, and you just have to find a way how to deal with it. And of course, if you have the support that you need, then it's much easier to handle that guilt. And when you know why you're doing it, then, you know, and showing the love and still devoting some time and spending time with your family, then the guilt will become smaller.
I don't think a man, personally, or a woman should be told what to do and cannot do. I don't think you live once, you live every single day and you die once. And a lot of people wait until later in life or next lifetime to be the best version of themselves. I say go for it. I don't care who you are. You can always make more money, ladies and gentlemen. What you cannot get back is more time. You know, at the end of the day, when we have Vanilla Ice up here, it's going to be an experience none of you will ever forget at the end of the day. You will never forget it. I've never forgotten. It's going to be my 4th time doing it with him. And I just remember when I was young listening to it, and now I'm friends with him and I sing it. I mean, singing is a loose term. But it just goes to show. And now you did it as an athlete, you're doing it as a mother, you're doing it as an entrepreneur, the living proof that women can do it all. Thank you so much.